Tokyo, the capital city of Japan and one of the best places to visit in Asia, is also home to the Imperial Palace and the seat of government and parliament. Located in east-central Honshu, the largest of Japan's main islands, this heavily populated city is well worth visiting, and serves as a great base from which to explore other parts of the country. One of the world's most modern cities in terms of its infrastructure and design, due largely to the 1923 earthquake and the devastation of World War II. Tokyo also holds the title of the world's most expensive city in which to live. Fortunately, it's also one of the easiest to get around thanks to its superb rail and subway networks. The cultural side of Tokyo is famous for its numerous things to do and top attractions, including museums, festivals, internationally noted cuisine, and professional sports clubs, including baseball, football, and traditional Japanese pursuits like sumo wrestling. It's also a city rich in music and theater, with numerous venues featuring everything from Japanese to modern dramas, symphony orchestras, and pop and rock concerts. Explore the city and begin with our list of the top things to do in Tokyo. Number 10. See a show at the Kabuki-za Theater, Ginza. Tokyo is home to a number of excellent theaters, none as well known as the historic Kabuki-za Theater in the city's busy Ginza district, home to famous traditional kabuki performances, based upon a medieval, highly skilled, and often burlesque theatrical form including song and dance. The theater's performances are as popular among tourists as they are with Japanese-speaking people. Based upon a medieval, highly skilled, and often burlesque theatrical form including song and dance, the theater's performances are as popular among tourists as they are with Japanese-speaking people. Performances can last for hours, and spectators stay as long as they wish, or as long as they can bear. And no one seems to take offense at people's comings and goings, nor their loud cheering or jeering. Number 9. See the view from the Tokyo Skytree. It's hard to miss the Tokyo Skytree. This 634-meter tall communications and observation tower rises out of the city's Sumida district of Minato like a huge rocket ship. The country's tallest structure, and the world's tallest freestanding tower, the Tokyo Skytree opened in 2012 and has quickly become one of the city's most visited tourist attractions thanks to the incredible panoramic views from its restaurant and observation decks. With a base designed in the form of a massive tripod, the tower includes a number of cylindrical observation levels, including one at the 350-meter mark, and another at the 450-meter point. The latter includes a unique glass spiral walkway to an even higher viewpoint with glass floors for those with strong stomachs. Be sure to also check out the smaller and much older Tokyo Tower, built in 1958 and once the city's tallest structure. Number 8. Visit the Miraikan and Edo-Tokyo museums. One of Tokyo's newest museums, the impressive National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation, Nippon Kagaku Miraikan, usually simply referred to as the Miraikan, offers a fascinating insight into Japan's leading role in the field of technology. Created by Japan's Science and Technology Agency, this ultra-modern, purpose-built facility includes many hands-on interactive exhibits dealing with everything from earthquakes to weather, as well as renewable energy and robotics. Highlights include a number of displays relating to modern transportation such as a superb model of a maglev train, as well as a robotics exhibition. Also worth visiting is the Edo-Tokyo Museum. Completed in 1993, the museum's exhibits deal with the region's rich past, present, and future. Of particular interest is a replica bridge leading into a mock-up of dwellings in the original old city of Edo. Number 7. But first, if you are new here, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to subscribe, Do you know why Naibashi Bridge in the Imperial Palace is famously known as the Double Bridge? Put your answer in the comments below and stay tuned because I am going to give you that answer soon. Now going back, enjoy nature and art at the Meiji Shrine. Dedicated to Emperor Meiji and his wife, Empress Shokin, construction of the splendid Meiji Shrine began in 1915 and was completed in 1926. Although the original structure was destroyed during World War II, it was rebuilt in 1958 and remains one of Tokyo's most important religious sites. Surrounded by a 175-acre evergreen forest that is home to some 120,000 trees representing species found across Japan, as well as the interesting wishing tree, on which visitors can write and hang their deepest wishes, the shrine's highlights include its inner precinct, Nai, with its museum containing royal treasures, and the outer precinct, Gion. It's in the outer precinct that you'll find the Meiji Memorial Picture Gallery with its superb collection of murals relating to the lives of the Emperor and Empress. Be sure to also visit the adjacent Meiji Shrine Inner Garden, Yoyogi-jun, an attractive public garden complete with a tea house, iris garden, and a pleasant arbor. Number 6. Wander through the Tokyo National Museum. Tokyo National Museum houses more than 100,000 important works of Japanese, Chinese, and Indian art, including more than 100 national treasures. Opened in 1938, the TNM, as it's usually known, includes highlights such as numerous Buddhist sculptures from Japan and China dating from the 6th century to the present, as well as fine collections of old textiles, historical weapons, and military equipment. Also noteworthy are its large collections of historical Japanese clothing and Asian ceramics and pottery. Important artwork includes Japanese paintings from the 7th to the 14th centuries, and another must-see are the museum's exquisite collections of Japanese and Chinese masterpieces of lacquer work of various centuries, including examples of lacquer carving, gold lacquer, and lacquer with mother-of-pearl. There are also many fine examples of calligraphy. English language guided tours are available. Also worth a visit is the museum's traditional Japanese landscape garden with its 3 pavilions, including the 17th century Teen Tea House, Rokuso-in, and the nearby Museum for East Asiatic Art with its 15 exhibition galleries. Number 5. Enjoy nature at Ueno Park in Ueno Zoo. A paradise-like oasis of green in the heart of busy Tokyo, Ueno Park is the city's largest green space and one of its most popular tourist attractions. In addition to its lovely grounds, the park also boasts numerous temples and museums to explore. Crisscrossed by pleasant gravel paths, this 212-acre park includes highlights such as a trip on a small boat on the reed-fringed Shinobazu Pond, around a little island with its Bentendo Temple. Be sure to also visit the 17th century Toshagu Shrine, with its 256 bronze and stone lanterns. Another highlight here is Ueno Zoo. Opened in 1882, it is Japan's oldest zoo, and is famous for the pandas presented by the People's Republic of China. While it's a large attraction and houses more than 3,000 animals representing some 400 species, having a fun monorail connecting its various components can help speed up a visit, and make it even more enjoyable. The Aqua Zoo, one of the largest aquariums in Asia, is also worth a visit, especially if you're traveling with kids. Number 4. Stop in at the National Museum of Nature and Science. Located in Tokyo's Ueno Park, the superb National Museum of Nature and Science, Kokuritsu Kagaku Hakabutsukan, opened in 1871 and is one of the country's oldest museums. Now completely renovated and modernized, The museum also boasts a reputation as one of the country's busiest and largest museums, housing a vast collection of some 250,000 materials related to natural history and science. These include many fascinating interactive displays on space development, nuclear energy, and transportation, each allowing visitors a unique insight into the latest scientific and technological advances. Highlights of the Japan Gallery, Nihonkin, include numerous exhibits of prehistoric creatures and the history of the Japanese people, including traditional customs and outfits. In the Global Gallery, Chikukin, you'll see many excellent scientific and technology displays, including robotics and vintage vehicles. Number 3. Visit the Sensō-ji Temple. In the Asakusa district of Tokyo, the exquisite Sensō-ji Temple, the city's most famous shrine, stands at the end of a long street market hosting vendors selling masks, carvings, combs made of ebony and wood, toys, kimonos, fabrics, and precious paper goods. Dedicated to Kannon, the Buddhist goddess of compassion, the temple was established in AD 645 and retains its original appearance despite having been rebuilt numerous times. Highlights of a visit include seeing the Kaminarimon Gate with its 3.3-meter high red paper lantern bearing the inscription Thunder Gate, as well as the famous and much-loved incense vat, reputed to drive away ailments. You'll see people cupping their hands around the smoke and applying it to the part of their body needing healing. Also of note are the fascinating temple doves, said to be Kannon's sacred messengers. Be sure to drop a coin in the Amakuji boxes near the entrance, from which you can retrieve a piece of paper that will tell your fortune. Afterwards, be sure to explore the rest of the 50-acre temple precinct with its warren of lanes. If you can, revisit the temple again at night for a completely different, and far less crowded, illuminated experience. Number 2. Shop till you drop in the Ginza district. Ginza is Tokyo's busiest shopping area, and it's as iconic as Times Square in New York, and much older. It has in fact been the commercial center of the country for centuries, and is where 5 ancient roads connecting Japan's major cities all met. Lined by exclusive shops and imposing palatial stores, the Ginza district is also fun to simply wander around or, better still, sit in one of its many tea and coffee shops or restaurants while watching the world rush past. At weekends, when everything is open, it's a shopper's paradise as traffic is barred, making it one of the world's largest pedestrian zones. Come nightfall, gigantic advertising panels on its many buildings bathe Ginza in bright neon light. It's also where you'll find the famous Kabuki-za theater, home to traditional kabuki performances, as well as the Shinbashi and Buju theater in which Azuma Midori dances and Bunraku performances are staged. Number 1. Tour the Imperial Palace. The chief attraction of Tokyo's Marunouchi district is the Imperial Palace with its beautiful 17th century parks surrounded by walls and moats. Still in use by the imperial family, the Imperial Palace stands on the site where in 1457 the feudal lord Edo-Tokyo built the first fortress, the focal point from which the city of Tokyo, or Edo, as it was then gradually spread. Notable features include the 2-meter thick wall surrounding the palace and its gates, one of which leads to the East Higashi-jun Garden. Tours of the Imperial Palace are available, pre-registration required, and include the Kikyo-mon Gate, Mount Fuji View, the East Gardens and Inner Gate, the Simon Tetsubashi Bridge, and the Imperial Household Agency Building. Be sure to plan ahead. Another fortress that can be visited is Edo Castle. Built in 1457, it's located in Tokyo's Chiyoda district. Now if all of that isn't enough to convince you that Imperial Palace deserves to be the number 1 place to visit on my list, just think about this: the Imperial Palace houses famous Naibashi Bridge leading to its interior of Imperial Palace, a structure that takes its name Double Bridge from its reflection in the water. Well, that is it for my top 10 places that you can visit in Tokyo, Japan. Let me know in the comments below which country to explore next. You can find me on Instagram at Traveling Nebula.